What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are going to be, or I am going to be giving you some overall tips and tricks for Project Butterfly, the new bee swarm simulator on Roblox. So let's just get straight into it. Okay, so I want to get this out of the way. If you have not played the game at all, as soon as you hop into the game, you're going to want to click this question mark at the top and at least skim through this. I actually have never seen this before. Wow. At least skim through this guide, because it'll tell you the basics of the game if you've never played Bee Swarm Simulator or Project Butterfly. Alright guys, this is something you should do as soon as you get your first Moonlight treat. Give it to your basic butterfly. Now, the reason being is its enhancement just gives you 25% extra nectar. That's amazing. You're just gonna need that. It's my only enhanced bee. Reason being because I didn't buy the Founders Pack, so I don't have all that. And I just haven't been focusing on enhancements. More my gear. But yeah, that is something you're going to want to do. Enhance your basic butterfly. Do not enhance anything else. Now, my very first tip for you guys coming into this game is assume that everything you collect has a purpose. Now, it's not going to have a purpose immediately when you get into the game. In fact, it's going to take quite a while. But pretty much what that means is don't be using stuff all willy-nilly. Like, I know a lot of people won't do this if they've already played Bee Swarm Simulator, but do not be using your petal extracts, warm extracts, cool extracts, even if for some reason in early game you're planning to be a red, blue, or white hive. Even if you're planning that, don't use these. I haven't used a single one because it's not necessary, and I'm this far into the game. So just assume everything you collect is going to be used for something bigger at some point, including soul gems. So use those sparingly. You can still use them, obviously, because the game is going to make you use them. And if your hive is not good enough, you can obviously use soul gem because you're going to need to. Alright, so the second tip I have for you guys is skip around in buying stuff. Now, what that means is in the shop, you don't need to buy every single tool in here. You can skip around. Like, I didn't buy the spade. I skipped right to this. So if you feel like you're progressing good, you can skip and, like, progress, make bigger jumps in progression. Pretty much what I'm trying to say. So, unless you're absolutely needed to, like, for the bigger bags later in the game, you're going to have to require... It's going to require you to have the cool flower bag or the red one or the regular one. Same thing with the belts. I think it's the same thing with the belts, but I know for sure it's the same thing with the boots. You're gonna need to have the lower version of the boots to get the better version of the boots. So keep that in mind. But you can skip around on like the tools in certain backpacks. Alright, number 3, do your bug runs. So if you don't know what a bug run is, it's pretty much just where you go to the fields you got unlocked and you kill these bugs as fast as you can. Go ahead, get your bees on them, kill them, and then run to the other fields you have unlocked, kill all your bugs, and then so that they're all dead. And you're going to want to do this as often as you possibly can, even if you think they're not giving you a lot of resources. It's always going to be worth it in the end, I'm telling you, because it's going to make you do so many bug runs in the late quests, and it's going to make you collect so many resources in the late game for crafting that it's just worth it doing it in the early game as much as you can. Alright guys, now for our 4th tip, make sure not to choose your hive color until you have a good amount of bees. So what this means is, like, don't just, like, say as soon as you go in the game, oh, I'm going to be blue, I'm going to be red, I'm going to be white. Like, just to see what bees you get and then play around that is what I would do, or else you're going to be wasting a lot of resources. Like, I got blessed up with a lot of blue bees, so I just decided to run blue. I ran blue in Bee Swarm Simulator 2, so I kind of just got lucky. But yeah, Now, guys, with that being said, once you have or are about to choose what color you're going to be, make sure to take this into account because neutral players, I mean, this is very skewed because it's 9 billion, 7 billion, then 3 billion, but 9 billion for the top neutral player, and then there is 8 billion, 7 billion for the top Blaze player. So these two are about the same. But then when you go to blue, the top blue player has like half. And the second is right behind them. So it's going to be a lot harder to compete for the leaderboards if you are that blue color. At least for like the pollen made leaderboards, you pretty much have no chance. Because, I mean, you have a chance for like decent low ones, but if you want like top 20, top 15, and you're running blue and you're not like top 5 or 10 on the leaderboard, you're just gonna have no chance. So that's a reason why I want them to buff blue, but just keep that into account. Also, a bonus tip for you guys, I don't know why I didn't say this earlier. The game doesn't show you this when you load in, which I think is very stupid, but come to your loadout right here, the stick at the top, and then click the star, and you can go ahead and get this board for absolutely free. You do not have to do anything. You get it as soon as you come in the game. I don't know why they don't tell you that. But yeah, make sure you do that so you're not sluggishly running around the map like an idiot. Alright, tip number 6. I'm just going to slide this in here because this did kind of annoy me. But if you're expecting it, it probably won't annoy you. This does not give you a moonlight tree off rip. It costs 700 amber, and it gives you the blueprint. So once you buy that, you're going to have to come over here, and then come down here, and then craft it for 400 petals, 400 corn, 400 raspberries, 400 grapes, 8 star fruits, and 2 shimmer, and 10 million pollen or nectar or whatever. But that shouldn't really be a problem to you if you're crafting this. So just make sure that you're expecting that, because I was not expecting that. I was expecting to just get a moonlight tree. So yeah, that's how it is. And I think it's also, never mind, it's not the same for the eggs. You buy these and you will just have them. No blueprint or anything, which is kind of nice, but I honestly don't recommend buying these because you can just craft diamond jelly for way cheaper than 300 amber, so it's low-key a scam. Alright, tip number 7. I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys the times for the mobs. So, the respawn times for the mobs. So, the ant is 5 minutes, I believe, without the game pass, and I think it's a little slower back there. I don't exactly know because I don't really like study it, but I believe it's a little slower back there. The slimes are 10 minutes, I believe, without the game pass. The aphid is 15 minutes. The coconut crab is 2 hours, I believe, and the spider is always 3 hours. So that's some good info to know for your guys' mob runs. Make sure to memorize that. Alright guys, my last tip for this video is going to be on the game passes. So the game passes, we got grants 2x butterfly conversion speed permanently. I really like this one. I think it's a necessity. 120 Robux just is going to make your game so much faster converting. Since there's no instant converters in this game, and there is on Bee Swarm Simulator, it's going to be a lot slower if you don't have this game pass. I got it almost immediately. Next one, Monster Hunter. This is going to help extremely with quests as well. Quests, just crafting, progressing in the game overall, like end game. And yeah, a really good one. I think it's worth 240 Robux in my opinion, but not a necessity. Just makes it a little faster. Good Karma doubles chance of rare items from looting mobs. Now, I've gotten some loot or some seed packets from mobs. I've gotten some diamond jellies, but I honestly think this one is not that needed. However, I haven't seen like that much gameplay without this Game Pass because I got it almost immediately. So overall, I think the first two are more worth it in my opinion. I would rather have Overdrive and Monster Hunter than just Good Karma. And our last one, a Reaper. Collecting from fields has an increased chance to yield loot. Now, I don't know what increased chance is. I don't know if that's double, 50%, but it does seem like quite a lot in practice. But 480 Robux is quite a lot. So, I mean, I don't know if it's worth 480 Robux. I would say get the first three and then get Reaper if you really want to, because it is useful. But Good Karma doubles chance of rare items from looting mobs. If you got Monster Hunter and Good Karma, then that is going to be a pretty good combo. And in that case, you might not need Reaper, but I like having both. So that's my stance on the Game Passes. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today's video. If you liked, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'm going to be trying to post as much Project Butterfly content as I can. I'm pushing for the leaderboard. I'm trying to get like top 20, top 15 on the Blue Pollen leaderboard. So if I can do that, then that would be extremely nice. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.